God bless you. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're doing real good today. Come on. We are in the third part of trust, and want you to comment, subscribe, and share. And not only that, bless us every once in a while. Give us something to help us go on to get this more better than what it is now. I thank God for the people that have been a blessing, helping me in this. I am not, listen, if you want to hide something for better, put it on the computer. I can tear it up, or I won't find it, but I'll tear it up, get into it. But nevertheless, today I'm going to be talking about trust. This has been a good issue for me, trusting. When I'm in a series, I try to go talk to people that's not a part of the church and find out some of the stuff that I'm actually teaching, how do it affect them. And so I've been doing that for the last 2 or 3 weeks to encourage some people, to get them to see how important it is that maybe trust is not because the person is not trustworthy. Maybe you have a warped mindset of what trust is. Maybe nobody never tell you how to trust, what trust really look like. Trust to some people maybe meant that you ain't beat me the last time. Trust might be being that you ain't cussed me out the last time. So we have to make a clean picture of what trust look like. And we have to make a clean picture how to deal with unclean trust. How we deal with people that we trust that have left us to die. How do we deal with that? And so I'm gonna try my best through these series to encourage you in some kind of way, because we've been hurt in trust so many different ways. It's so much pain going around now. People don't really know what to do at this time in life, because some of us should have been closer to God that is not. Some of us just done enough to get by. And some of us didn't know we created monsters for letting them living our life that have been feeding us distrust so long. And it costs us our life because we let it live, to your point. I had first king snake I ever seen after me and my mama had pulled up the grass in the yard, and it came across the yard, very beautiful snake. And I got ready to pick it up because I had never learned the lesson about snakes. And Mom said, no. She said, I'm not gonna let you pick up that snake, even though it's not poisonous. He said, because if you keep dealing with snakes, you'll eventually pick up a poisonous snake. Because you don't know the colors, you don't know what is actually poisonous and what is not. I think sometimes because we had not had healthy relationships and healthy things in our lives, and it made us become scarred. So scarred that we're so scarred that God can't help us, because He cannot get us to believe that we can be helped. And so tonight I'm gonna try my best to twist it a little bit to get you. And what I've been doing for the last 3 weeks is twisting it different ways to get you to look at it different ways. Does not mean because you've been damaged, does not mean you can't be used. Most people that have been damaged by the world or conditions or relationships usually is the best people that God uses, because they learn to keep themselves from going back in the same predicament. They're gonna have to learn how to trust, and they're gonna have to learn how to get back on the horse again, to let God use them again. Let's go through an issue now while we're talking. I didn't think God did me right. So I'm talking, I'm being transparent. I don't know no other way but to be that way. Being raised all my life without a father, when people told me God loved me, I had no proof from my standpoint, because why everybody else got a daddy? Why is it, God, you allowed me to be scarred on my face? Why is it, God, why is it that everybody else staying in nice houses and I'm not? But when I learned the knowledge of God, I had created a concept of God that deals with everybody individually. And so I didn't trust God. I didn't trust He could carry out the assignment. So I had to learn his word, and then I had to trust his word to be able to trust him, and then I could be able to trust others. You're going to always have somebody try to use you. Again, Christ tells us, love your enemy. Do good for them that spitefully use you. He said, if you do bad to them, they have now bewitched you. And so the process of learning about trust and getting myself to the point where I learned about God, the more I learned about God, I didn't blame people for hurting me. Because some people, that's all they know how to hurt. Some people can't trust a relationship. They only trust what they can get out of you. They don't have any requirements. And so when we allow people to come in our lives with no requirements, we allow them to live in our lives rent-free. Turn over anything in the house they want to. And there's no consequences. And so today I'm going to try my best to help you to see this. Actually go to Proverbs 3 and 5. Hope I can say something today to encourage you. Yes.
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
Yes.
And lean not unto thine own understanding.
Lean not to what now?
Thine own understanding.
Now we went through that already, but I'm not going to spend time to read.
Verse 6, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path.
Now, what we done with this, in the beginning of talking about trust, we said that this 3 and 5 and 4, 3, 5 and 6 is the outline of learning how to trust God first. If you don't learn how to trust God first, you won't be able to trust others. You won't be able to forgive others. You won't be able to go on with your life. The greatest thing that I had to do is that when I first got married, I did not have the policy of understanding how relationships, everything else I could cut off. But then I learned that relationships that we have in our life sometimes is built to find out how we can bounce back or how much we love the person or how we can go on without the person. Okay, let's go on. Let's go to Proverbs 18 and 24.
Yes, sir.
What it says.
A man that hath friends.
Man that have what now?
Hath friends must show himself friendly.
Now, we're not going to talk about friends because some people say, I don't have friends. So my next question is, did you show yourself to be friendly? He said, Roger, could you help me again?
A man that has friends.
A man that has friends.
Must show himself friendly.
Must show himself friendly.
And there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother.
He said, whenever you meet this condition, it is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. The problem is that we don't have, oh my God, help me, Lord help me today. We don't have good communication with relationships because people talk from their feelings. And we said stuff like this, you always say this. No, I can't always say this. This is your emotion talking. It is no such thing, I always say this. Your emotion talking. And so what we do, we have fought relationships on the emotions and not on the facts. And so we can't talk to build relationships. We can't talk to build trust. And we don't have, where I put you at last time, you ain't there no more. And so we assume, oh, but help me today, Lord, help me, Lord. We pray to God to fix a relationship that we should build ourselves. God gonna bless what you build, but you're not gonna have trust in a relationship until you spend some time discussing and talking. And then you have to learn sometimes you can't talk about certain things all the time. Sometimes you have to put a table in and move on to another one. Because both of y'all are both a person is in flesh. Now, my point in this is this. Maybe nobody trusts you because you ain't showed yourself trustworthy. Directly after somebody left my life, God sent somebody in my life directly after that person left or the individual left. And I didn't want to let that person in and then that person came through the door committing. And I told God, I don't trust this person. And God said, why don't you? I said, I don't trust this person because the last person left me. God says, that is not fair for you to pass judgment on another person and they never have done anything to you. So to be friendly, that's what God told me, so I don't have any friends. And my question is, why don't you? If the Bible says you can have friends if you show yourself friendly. Okay? Let's go to Philippians 4 and 5.
Yes, sir.
What it says.
Let your moderation be known unto all men. The Lord is at hand. Be careful for nothing.
Be careful for nothing.
But in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving.
Now he says everything can work if you put it in the proper place. Everything can work if you put it in the proper perspective. You can only do that when you pray about how much? What it says?
Be careful for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God.
So now, I'm really trying my best to go through the thing, not get caught in this. He says when you pray for things, the proper way to pray is not to ask God for something and wait for it to happen. The next step is to thank Him for it after you get through praying for it. My God, help me somebody. Well, Father, heal me. Okay, did you give Him a praise for healing you already? God, fix my relationship, or fix my worrying, fix my frustration. Or I was doing some research on trust. Trust can be built in the Bible. That's why you don't have a lot of things when you're dealing with trust. It's not dealing with a lot of trust scriptures when it deals with individuals. It usually deals with believing, faith, or loving. These scriptures they always use for that trust concept. And so that's why we don't hear a whole lot of scripture. When you hear a whole lot of scripture about trust, it's always about God. Trust God. Trust that He'll bring you out. Because he uses other scriptures to build trust, like love, belief, faith to one another, forgiveness. All of these are processing for trust. And so when you start looking for trust in the Bible, you don't see a whole lot of scriptures when it's talking about trusting one another, because He goes at it from another angle. He's figuring out when you trust Him, you'll know how to trust others. Oh, y'all in here must be. Okay. All right, Roger, read.
Verse 7. And the peace of God.
And what now?
The peace of God.
Come on.
Which passes all understanding.
So the first thing goes when trust goes with people is that you lose your peace. Wow. The peace goes. Okay. Read, Rogers.
And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding.
Okay, how do I know I got God peace? Anybody want to know? I'm going to tell you. When you don't understand why I ain't mad and want to kill nobody. Why right now I'm not losing my mind? That's how I know I have God peace. When it passes my understanding why I'm holding on and making this thing work. I've learned something over a period of time. I got 3 children. And my 3 children did not wear Pampers. They wore diapers. Okay. I couldn't afford diapers, so I got them regular diapers. But see, the difference between a Pamper and a regular diaper, I ain't had to mess with the mess. Y'all didn't hear what I'm saying. All I had to do was wrap it up in the thing and throw it away. But the regular diapers, I had to wash it. I didn't mean to say it like it came out to be, it came out wrong. Wash it. I know what I meant to say. But what are you saying is that a lot of times we don't like dealing with issues. That's why we like to roll it up in something and throw it away. We don't want God to wash us so we can go back and trust this person again, because they may not know how to deal with problems. Some people don't know how to deal with controversy. Some people don't know how to deal with people skills. They don't know how to do it. And this is what I found out over a period of time. Professional people are the less people know how to do it. They know how to teach others to do it, but they don't know how to do it. All right, you ain't hearing me. You got people that teach people how to save money, and they can't save the money. You got married people that teach your marriage counseling classes, coming to your marriage classes, teach your marriage classes, and the person they come with, they ain't married to. What are you saying, Pastor? I'm saying that we spend more time looking like a situation than being the situation. And so what it learned me is that diapers, Pampers is more convenient. It is more convenient to wrap up and throw away a person that's in your life and not knowing that maybe you have a key to their life to change them. Maybe God put you in their life to let them know what a real friendship is, what a real trust is, what a real trust relationship is. But you don't want that issue. You don't want that frustration. A person was telling me how they felt, and they were just telling me, they was telling me. And I was sitting there, and the person looked at me and said, "It ain't bothering you?" I said, "Why would it bother me if you're telling me how you feel?" Because I'm your friend, I'm comfortable with hearing how you feel. How you feel ain't really the evidence, it's how you are. Because feelings have nothing to do with the evidence who you are. That's because I feel like I'm wet don't mean you're wet. Oh, Lord help me. And so sometimes we can say things, and because we're so used to reacting to words, we don't understand to not to act to the spirit of the person. Sometimes I can't explain it to you. And so when I misrepresent how I feel, oh my God, that's a good one. That's a revelation. I misrepresent how I feel. You then take it and run with it and don't give me a chance to come back and fix it. It's not that. Feelings, good feelings, is that you're in control of. Bad feelings is in control of you. It is destroying things that didn't work right and destroying things that are working right. I got ready to change some tires on my truck earlier. I was gonna get 4 tires because of the first time when I got the truck, I had didn't have enough money to buy all 4 tires, and so I bought two, but they didn't weigh out the same, and so I got ready to go put 4 tires on. And the man that changed it, this is what he said. He said, "It don't make no sense for you changing them good tires because you got probably about 4 or 5 more months on the car." See, maybe the people that mess up with our friendship, mess up with our trust, we throw other people away, and God wants us to use them. And then we got people that sometimes God is telling you to let that person go in trust, and we won't let them go, and then he mess our life up so bad that we mess up other people that we're called to. We don't let people go that we think that their season may be up with you. The scaffold that they own in your life maybe done built you further they can build you. They can't build you no further. They can't stretch you anymore. They can't encourage you no more. They can't build you up. But the problem is that we have so many toxic relationships that we are part of that we can't find good ones because we think it's no good ones, and that is not true. I got some good friends in my life now, but I had a whole bad one, double shanda. I better don't get it in. Look like God was sending me all the bad toxic relationship, and I thought, baby, I can't talk. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna be. But then I had to keep doing what God called me. But over a period of time, by me keep doing it, God pushed me into a group of people now around me that are good, strong, good people that's in my life that I can talk to, that won't prejudge me because I'm looking like this. And sometimes when I come to you, trusting me is that understanding that sometimes I don't feel like talking to you. Because I'd rather not say anything than say something that I go back and apologize. So leave it alone. Let it lie. I don't want to talk right now, Rogers. And I tell him that. I don't want to talk right now. Something wrong? Oh, Roger, stop. Stop, Roger. Roger, stop. I told you I didn't want to talk. I didn't say nothing was wrong. So you got to trust me enough that a place that I'm at, I'm trying to get a handle on what's going on in my life. Boy. But you so used to the relationship is that I got to tell you everything about me. And sometimes it's best not to release what are in me until I get grafted on it myself. See, if I don't say what I want to say to you, Rogers, you won't get offended, so we won't have to make up. So if I say what I want to say to myself, I got to make it with myself and you won't blame me. But if I tell you what I feel, you may hold it against me. And so people are going through something. The government has failed them. They don't have jobs out there. It's stuff, so much stuff going on. The kids, they thought they was on, what my daughter told me, they thought they was on Zoom. I think it's Zoom, whatever you want to call it. And they weren't doing nothing. The screen was, they thought they were doing, and then time they want to beat up the teacher because they didn't pass, and you the one supposed to be checking the person's lesson. I mean, it's all kind of stuff going on now. And so we are finding ourselves, we're asking more out of relationships than some people can do. I can't teach I got 127 kids I got to teach. I can't give your kid private teaching. Oh Lord, this ain't going over good. And so we're finding ourselves, we had not learned how to build trust. We not learned how to have healthy relationships. We not learned how to have people in our life that we can talk with that's healthy. And so every time we have a friend or have people in our life, it's always about excitement, but it's not creating, listen to this, a dimension about us that is healthy. And so when people come on, this stuff like I'm teaching now is not something that people gonna lack. They want to get a Cadillac and a Rolls Royce and don't know how to have relationships. Listen to this. I'm being transparent. I would teach sometimes anywhere between 35 to 25 people a week and couldn't talk to my wife. Couldn't sit down and talk to my wife, but teaching everybody else, counseling everybody else. We think people that we're close to should just let us be who we are. Leave me alone. But then I found out I couldn't build a relationship. A ongoing trust relationship can never meet the maximum of the life of trust. It has to be keep building. And any trust that you build, if you don't keep building, it becomes contaminated. And it'll soon die. You have to build trust. You have to be constantly building to make it become stronger. If you find yourself always in trust, that you always find the bad stuff about me, maybe we are not called to trust one another. Okay, Roger, help me out. What's that?
Shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus.
A little more louder. A little more louder.
Philippians 4:7. And the peace of God, which passes all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds.
Keep your heart, what now?
Your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus.
Come on.
Verse 8. Finally, brethren,
What's that finally?
whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest.
So maybe good relationship is because the mind ain't pure. Maybe I can't. Oh, but you better preach up in there. Maybe sometimes I'm trying to build a relationship or to understand who you are, and because your mind ain't pure, everything I do is impure. Any of y'all ever had a turkey dinner or chicken or maybe a Christmas dinner, a big dinner, and you was trying to wash the dishes, and whoever you had there had so much junk in it until you finally washed the dish as much as you can with that water, and you finally had to let it out because you would get the dish more dirty, washing with everything was in it. Sometimes because we have to be around people that their mind not pure, we may be a healthy trust relationship, but because the person that in our mind, in our life is so warped, it finds us to rechecking ourselves on something because the water's messed up. He said, think of what's pure, what's lovely. So to change the concept of trust, listen to this now, I'm going to close. We maybe need to get in a what? A pure state. A clean mind state. We need to ask God, clear my mind, God, so I can think right. Clear my mind, clear my heart, God, that I can be able to think right. So I can see the very instant that my emotions will not control me and pull me left and right. I was skating, and all of the people, we went out on Sunday. Sunday, we went skating on Sunday because that was all, everybody's out there skating on Sunday. I didn't know how to skate, so finally I went around and finally got where I can stand up on them. So I found myself going to turn all the rail loose. And coming along there, train came on, caught me and pulled me on out further. And I was out in the middle and they was coming by me, zoom, zoom, zoom. And my legs come out from under me. And I guarantee you, I was airborne about that high. When I came down, looked like my whole head, looked like my brains inside shook. And so I laid there for a while and I said, Lord, I don't know if I want to get back up. And a little small little girl come around there, stopped, done a what they call a university, turn around there and stop, say, can I help you up? I looked at her, I said, no, don't help me. I don't want help. I crawled to the other side, I took off my shoes, and I came back for 7 more days, 5 more days, 6 more days, 2 more days, 1 more day before the escape. And when the next time Sunday came, I was able to handle it. Because I wanted to purify my mind that I can skate. See, sometimes you can skate, but you're so scared of falling. You can trust somebody, but you're so scared of falling. So, Roger, you ain't looking at me, Roger. You're falling is what you want, but you ain't worried about a relationship. This person, and then you start looking for signs. Ooh, last person did this. Bet you preaching up in here. Last person did it showed me that so and so, and I'm not gonna be taken advantage like that again. There's no way possible you can do it. Because you're doing it to you can't trust yourself. So you're going to get got. If you don't get back by others, you're going to get got by you. There's no way you can do it. You have to get back on and trust people again because that's healthy relationship. You can't live in a world without having healthy relationships. You preaching up here. The Bible tells me in Matthew 18 and 21 and 22, he tells me how many times I should forgive my brother. So maybe sometimes trust is a problem because maybe that they ain't suffering enough for you getting on them to trust them. So I ain't gonna trust you, I'm gonna let you suffer. I ain't gonna trust. Now I want to speak to you. I ain't saying that to you. Don't come around me, don't call me. I see your number, but I'm not gonna answer it. You ain't suffered enough for things I thought you did to me. You can't get back this quick. You got to pay some kind of price. I can't shoot you, can't cut you, can't punch you, but I can make you feel like that I don't want to talk to you. I'll make you pay. And then you find out paying because you don't have a relationship with the person that you had with that person to talk to them. So while you're doing that, you are now starving yourself from a healthy relationship that had some blemishes that need to be fixed that you could have fixed, but now they're sores. They are sores, and the more you don't go deal with it, it becomes bigger, and it becomes balls. And then now, the sore that you created for others, you got now. Because you hear some things that the person said that you want to go correct. And now you're a part of the very thing that you built. The Bible said when you pray, he said maybe because you ain't got nothing, it's because you never asked forgiveness when you prayed. You didn't get anything because when you prayed, you didn't ask God to forgive me. Maybe whenever you didn't pray, you didn't say, Lord, I forgive the people that done against me. Lord, help me know how to deal with them. Do you know why healthy relationship is not good? I'm going to throw this curve and I'm going to close. Healthy relationship is built off how you deal with your enemy. If you can ever learn how to deal with your enemy, you can build friendship. And so what we do, we keep pushing our enemy away. Listen to this now, y'all. This is crazy. And by pushing our enemy away, we don't learn how some things is not beneficial to talk about till you understand it. Sometimes the person is being short with you, daughter, is because they're going through something that's like you. And when you got in the mess, you didn't know they got in the mess the same time you did. And they're looking for you to come to their rescue, and you're looking for, you better preach up again. And so we both are looking for, you ever see 2 drunk people trying to make it somewhere? That's a pitiful sight. Rogers. That's a pitiful sight. I mean, but they have the spirit of help, but what they have, the spirit of help is drunk. Maybe the trust has been bewitched so much that we don't try to find out why we're not talking like we used to. And so what we do, the very thing that we try to stay away from, the very thing we judge others with. Listen to this now. Listen to this. God puts you. Thank you. The very thing that we tell we'll never do nobody, we're doing to the person that we don't like. Well, Rogers, I'll never hurt people that can hurt me. Well, God said you're doing it now. Oh, it's you. So you are not doing it. Oh, you want a pass because you can do it, nobody else can do it. You feel like you should be able to do it because you're getting back at him. I don't have a person with me now. I had a person with me for 21 years. And this person did not get rid of the book that she had until she had been with me for 21 years. She was saved for 21 years. Listen to me, daughter. She carried a book around with her that everybody had done something to her. But listen what she done. She can't get no sleep at night. Because what you keep, you got to pet. You got to remember. You got to give attention. And so the very thing, Roger, she was trying to keep, kept her woke at night. That she had to take pills to wake up and pills to go to bed because she had to baby that book and she had to make sure nobody else didn't see it.
Wow.
And then she had to remember everything what it done to her. You didn't hear what I'm saying. And that was too much to do. The only person that don't sleep or slumber, you don't know who he is. It's Jesus Christ. He the only one can nurse your problems for 24 hours and still be stronger than you are in the first hour we get back up again. He the only one can do that. That's why I tell you, when I get through talking to y'all in the office about your problem, time y'all leave, I have a prayer. Lord, here they are. They go bang. She come told me she catching it, but now God will give it to you. Because see, I cannot control my stuff too and her stuff too. I'm here for an ear. I'm here for direction. I'm here to give her comfort, love, support. But I cannot take on something that I'm not designed to do. And so I hope I said something today to encourage you that don't allow the people that you can't trust to kill you. Don't allow some things that you're going on to kill you. Learn how to purify your mind and your spirit so you can move on and get to them good relationships that God has for you. Hope I said something to encourage you, and I'll see you next time. Be blessed now. God bless you.